For me, honestly, as a Black person, the most troubles that I've had with my Blackness has been in the United States, hands down, and that's after traveling to 125 countries. I am the daughter of Ugandan immigrants, born and raised in Detroit, Michigan, and I'm on a mission to become the first Black woman to travel to every single country in the world. So far, I've reached 125 countries, and I have 70 countries left. While I travel, I use both an American passport as well as a Ugandan passport. As a Ugandan passport holder, I have visa-free access to 63 countries in the world. I want these countries to start getting used to seeing African passport holders traveling purely for tourism. So many of them, when they think of an African, they think of the immigrant, they think of the migrant, they think of people who are unfortunately stranded on a boat in the middle of the Mediterranean because they're seeking a better life. And those certainly are part of the stories of many African people in the world. But also there are many African passport holders who can afford to travel the world. And I just want to give people like that more visibility. I am on the Nile River, driving a boat. It's so interesting because people would assume that traveling, it's more difficult to enter foreign countries. But surprisingly for me, the most difficult time that I have crossing borders is crossing the US border. I always get pulled over for extra screening, even though it's random. And there's always extra scrutiny for me when I'm traveling. I can remember a time I landed in Washington Dulles Airport, got through immigration, no sweat. I got to customs. The woman asked me for my passport, so I handed my passport over. She looked at my passport, she looked at me, looked at my passport again, put it down, and she asked me for a second piece of ID. I asked her, why? Like, why? How could I possibly need another form of ID entering the United States of America besides an American passport? And she bluntly told me, I can't tell if this is you on the passport. One time I was flying and I had a first class upgrade and I went to board the plane. They had probably been boarding for about 15 minutes. I get to the front and the gate agent looks at my ticket and she says to me, we've already boarded first class, you need to go to the end of the line. I think that racism that Black people experience in America, it varies greatly because number one, Blackness is not a monolith. So what someone living in government-owned projects experiences as far as racism is going to be completely different to what I experience, but it's still racism, it's still microaggressions. So while some people are experiencing over-policing in their neighborhood, I'm experiencing a gate agent who doesn't want to allow me the privileges that come with a first-class ticket. It's like my privilege is meeting discrimination, and that is a lot of what I deal with on a regular basis. Because I'm in traditionally white spaces, some people in those spaces may feel like we don't belong in those spaces. I think the way that we can start to change it is what I'm doing. I continue to travel. If you follow me on Instagram, people have seen me crying on my Insta stories because of immigration issues. These are very real things that not only am I dealing with every single day, but a lot of people are dealing with every single day. And so I think it's really important for brown and Black people who are traveling the world to share their stories so that we can sort of normalize ourselves. It's crazy to think that we have to go through a process of normalizing our own existence, but that's what we have to do.